everyone's going to judge you. Don't let them. And there's something about that. It's good to care what people think about you, but it's also good to not care what people think about you and what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Hi, I'm Maud Léger, and this is the Realtors Conspiracy Podcast, where we crack the code to real estate success. Learn from top realtors, entrepreneurs, and innovators about how to grow your business as we discuss real estate success stories, mindset, processes, motivations, and the key to their success. Check out our podcast episodes every Monday to crack the code to success for your real estate business. Welcome back to our new series, Work Moms Cracking the Code to Success, where we reveal the hacks to managing life as a mom and an entrepreneur. Today, I'm chatting with Rachel Harsevoort from LePage. Rachel shared her best advice for moms, from getting support to letting go of others' judgment. Let's get chatting with Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Thanks for joining us on the episode today. Tell us, for you, what was the key to your success balancing being a mom and real estate?
Okay. Well, having a good daycare? No. You know what? Actually, that's mostly true. Is having a good support system has really helped me in balancing. I've got a great community, obviously great husband. And in terms of that too, also great clients that really understand. I can actually remember when my daughter was born. So she was born in January, but it tends to be slower around that time. So that was kind of nice. I did have a few months where I could figure out what is what.
What's what at that point.
But I still was working because self-employment, right? So, in terms of that, I would take Molly along with me and cart her in the car seat, put her to, at least at that point they're quiet, and clients they loved it. Right. So it was just really an open conversation of saying listen, this is life. She's coming along with me, and is everyone cool with that? And everyone, obviously, most people love newborns. So yeah.
So it worked.
It did. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then, as she got older, then it was a matter of, okay, we need to find someone for her for most days of the week kind of thing. But that being said, I was able to take time off too. So.
And hence the support system coming in and helping you out.
Absolutely. Actually, my best friend babysat her for the first year and a half of her life. So yeah, so that was awesome. That was a very easy, trusting and whatever, right? I felt so comfortable. So it was a little easier to go. Still the mom guilt, but still a little bit easier to say, okay, see ya, gotta go sell some houses. Yeah.
And then, so I guess tell us about how your business was before you became a mom and after, because you went through a couple of transitions there.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, I started as a licensed assistant. That was 12 years ago. And then 6-7 years ago, I decided to take the plunge and go on my own. And so I had about 2 years before Molly came along on my own. So it was kind of nice no, not even 2 years, maybe a year. Anyways, it was kind of nice to slowly build that up, figure out what I'm doing. And then it was hey, cool, let's throw a baby into the mix.
Now that you got this.
I know, right? Yeah. And yeah, with that, it was, I felt at first I was really scared because I thought, especially in my community too, it's, okay, I'm a mom. Should I be working? Should I be at home? Those sorts of things really weighed on me. And obviously the mom guilt is real.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like I was getting lost a little bit in that crowd of okay, maybe she's not working anymore. Right. So then at that point, it was I need to do something to let people know that I'm still working, and how are we doing that? And then that's when I started doing a lot of video work. And then in that sense, I've just been growing that portion of what I do.
Yeah. So that changed your perception on how do I get out there? Video. Simple.
Totally. Yeah. People want to see your face. I didn't want to do bus stop signs or, whatever. And at that time, social media was still it was slowly, forming. It wasn't what it was today, but yeah, in that it was like, hey, people need to know that I'm still doing this. Like mom first, 100%, but still selling real estate. So how am I going to get out there and say that?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What challenges did you face? Like you talked about the mom guilt. How did you get over that? And then what other challenges?
Oh, I'm still not over it. Yeah, and she's almost 6. But yeah, so in terms of that, it was just really it's the support. Like my husband, like Jeff, he's just been really encouraging
Amazing.
in terms of that, and like very supportive of what I do and how I want to be a mom and how I still want to work. And the good thing too, like before we did have Molly, it was like we sat down and like had that conversation, because I was like, I still want to work. That's,
Clear.
totally. So I'm not saying it's perfect, but it was very much, this is what I want to do. So he, in terms of that, he's been amazing. Challenges though is like, yeah, you still, even as much flexibility as I can have in real estate, you still are always on, right? So even, like for tonight, for example, she has soccer and I've got to show a house beforehand, and then I got to deal with an offer after that. And I know I'm going to be late and I'm going to be leaving early, right? So
Keeps you busy, I guess.
totally. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't change, but it's still okay. A matter of, this is what I want to do. And I love to do it. So I think they see that too.
That's
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
did you have planned that you wanted to do and that did not go the way you thought, or what did you not expect would happen? What was the surprise?
I honestly thought I wasn't gonna feel guilty. Like I honestly thought I would be okay with, like it's weird because I wasn't really maternal beforehand. And then yeah, all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what's this? Right. So I did not expect that.
Love it.
And then yeah, I mean, in terms of what didn't go as planned, like probably everything. No. I don't know. That's a hard question.
Yeah, that's really good though. Like not, yeah.
Not a lot. Like, to be honest, I'm pretty like chill anyways. So if something doesn't go according to plan, I'm like, okay, let's move on to the next. Yeah, move on to the next sort of thing, right? Like, I mean, you have disappointments, obviously, but yeah, instead of just like leaning into the disappointments, it was more of like, okay, how do we go on from here?
Yeah, love
Yeah.
it. Love it. What are your key priorities now in your business? What do you focus on?
So, I mean, obviously, every realtor is going to say this. Clients are number one.
Yes.
And they have to be. Otherwise, we don't have a business, right? So client relationships are obviously my biggest priority in real estate. And I don't just say that. Like I genuinely love people. And anyone that knows me closely knows that about me, right? Like I love to know what you're doing. I love to see you succeed and yeah, your joys and maybe not, and be a part of that, right? So I have that with my friends, but I have that with my clients too. So I think it's huge to keep that. In doing that, yeah, it's just those text messages, sending it, whatever, like, when you're not in the interim of actually doing a deal together, it's just keeping in touch with them. And I mean, I can do better. Everyone can, right? But yeah,
I love how you're so real. Like, yeah, this is it. I can do
I
better.
am not perfect by any means, right? So,
Yeah,
yeah, totally. This is me. Yeah, totally. But yeah, just, that, and encouraging. I just love seeing people in their spaces and just seeing them happy and helping them get to that point, right? So, yeah.
that helps. That's amazing.
Yeah.
What resources do you go to, like in terms of like tools or books or author or anything that you go to help you grow in your business?
Yeah. Books, huge.
Yeah.
This year I actually signed up with a real estate coach.
Nice.
So that was huge. It took me a long time to do it, but I am so happy that I did.
Mhm.
And it's not like, I mean, you put in what you want and then you get out what you put in, right?
Yes.
So, and yeah, in terms of that, like, that's just been really good for me in terms of even identifying in like like real estate is so noisy, right? And I think any realtor could say that too. There's a lot, especially now with social media, there's a lot going around everywhere. Everyone's doing something. Everyone's got to be this next best person, right? So it's, for me, it's like, how do you like stay true to yourself, do a bunch of those things, not get caught up in those things, and still be a good agent for your clients, right? So yeah, like that, I really needed that because I was getting bogged down by the noise. So yeah, a good realtor friend of mine also just kind of recommended and said, listen, like, get this coach. And it's been amazing for that. So that's kind of what I've been doing this year in terms of, yeah, through the past 6 years, it's been a lot of luck. No. Fly by the seat of your pants. I know.
Whatever, just work out.
Totally. No, it's been, yeah, books, obviously, that sort of thing, networking with other agents and just colleagues too. Like, I've got a lot of really good colleagues that we have our group chats, we get together for drinks, or I mean, maybe not in the last 2 years, but like, you just get together and you can talk business, because like, my husband doesn't want to hear about it all the time, right? So, and then just bouncing ideas off of that, and just
Sharing challenges, whatever their experience.
totally, yeah, and getting encouragements and stuff in different ways.
Yeah.
So those are, I would say, those are the tools, is really just tapping into people around me too, right?
Yeah. Comes back to support again in your business and your life.
Totally. Yeah. And I have an assistant too. Like, she's amazing in that sense that, yeah, most days I'm calling her and venting or,
Nice.
but yeah, like, just, yeah, tapping into those sorts of resources. So yeah.
Thank you. I love it. What would be your best advice for new moms going back to work after?
Don't let, yeah, how do I say this in a nice way?
Say it real.
I know everyone's going to judge you. Don't let them. And there's something about that. It's good to care what people think about you, but it's also good to not care what people think about you and what you're doing and how you're doing it. Like, that is, I think, the biggest thing. Not even just like in terms of being a mom in real estate or working, but just being a mom in general, right? Because someone's doing something better than you, or, that's what you think. But yeah, I think in terms of that, don't let that get to you.
Yeah.
And then don't be jealous of other people's things while you're doing that, right?
I love it because you're saying, like, letting go of the mom guilt. You're really judging yourself already.
Oh, 1,000%.
Get talked down by others that will be judging you. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing it harder than anyone else in terms of judging myself, right? So it's like, I don't need 12 other people doing that, or, on social media, 100 and whatever thousand more people do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Don't get affected by it, by others.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it. This is so cool. How do you continue to grow your business from here? What's in the future for you?
Ooh, yeah. So, fun, lots of fun things. Yeah, it's, I love being creative. So I am actually more of like on the artsy side anyways. So just coming up with new ideas. I do a lot of my, like, I mean, I do a lot of my reels, my reel, and my reel, and then coming off of like that sort of thing. So a lot more just in terms of this. I'm not huge into like TikTok and stuff like that. I love it. Love creeping, but I'm like, that's also not authentic me, right? Like,
totally.
so just, yeah, kind of seeing, creatively how I can build my business.
Grow
Yes.
business. Yeah.
Totally. So, and that's a lot of video, right? Like, we see it and we know that that's video. So it's, yeah, a few fun things there. And then, yeah, I mean, I always do I love doing the giveaways too. And I find that also like people love free stuff. So like,
that puts you out there even more. Like people.
it does, right? So it's like free advertising. Well, not free for me, but like in that sort of sense.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, just continuing with a lot of the like content creation and whatnot. So, but fun things. Yeah. So
fun video.
Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see.
Yes. Thank you. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing all of this. I'm sure moms that are nervous going back to work or not knowing, they'll get very inspired by what you shared.
I hope so. Yeah. And hey, if they want to talk, then call me.
That's amazing. Thank
Clearly,
you.
I love talking.
Yes. Love it.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks for joining. Tune in next week as we continue this series with other moms to uncover more empowering tips and hacks. Subscribe to our podcast, Realtors Conspiracy, today.